Hey, what's up? I just saw a video about 78 Sports TV and Zone 6 were talking about, people fighting people. And I've done this video before, but it was like a couple years ago. There's probably like a lot of new guys that haven't seen it, Boxing's garbage nowadays. Totally sucks. And, it's the no risk. It's the risk reward thing. It's become a rock concert. It's become an event. It's not a sport. You know what I mean? Like, LeBron James played Golden State tonight. LeBron James couldn't say, I'm not playing them tonight, I don't know, man. Boxing is just a rock concert. It's not a sport. It's up to guys who takes drug tests, it's all in a contract. There's nobody oversees anything, okay? And it's all about keeping your guys zero nowadays. I mean, I guess it's always been like this. I just don't remember it, you know what I mean? A lot of us look to the past like they were glory days, and they really weren't. But it just sucks, man, because a guy like me, and I've been totally steady on this, on my point of view on this the whole time, man. It sucks to see, Golovkin fans will say, but this goes for everybody. Mayweather fans, Golovkin fans, whoever, okay? You would rather see Golovkin, let's say, Golovkin and Ward, 168. Back, I know we're talking about Golovkin and Ward again. This has nothing to do with me being a Ward fan. Nothing to do about putting Golovkin, it has nothing to do with that. I'm just using that as an example, okay? Golovkin Ward, 168. You're a Golovkin fan, right? You're sitting there. You're a Golovkin fan. Golovkin's not going to do it at 168. He says 164, okay? Ward says, nope, 168. And you're a Golovkin fan, and Golovkin doesn't do it. And you're totally fine with that. You're like, no, we don't have to do it. No, we don't have to go to 168. He's B-side, he's A-side. Nope, fuck that. We'll fight our mandatory, and that's that. Screw Ward, okay? Listen to what you're saying, okay? You would rather fight just a mandatory than go up to 168 and watch Golovkin fight Andre Ward. Watch a classic fight on Saturday night, okay? Now you're going to say to me, on the flip side, well, what about Ward going down to 164? And you know what I got to say to that? Yeah, absolutely. I would have much rather had Ward fight at 164 than no fight at all. Absolutely. No question about it. I just want to see the fights, dude. I don't care who's A side, who's B side. Just make the fight. I would rather see my guy fight and lose in a good fight than not fight at all. I really would. Absolutely. I mean, dude, we looked at, these Kovalev Ward fights, there could be a shitload of them. That's the biggest fight of the year. I mean, it's a big fight, don't get me wrong. But it might not even be pay-per-view. It will be pay-per-view, but it's not going to do huge numbers. But you know what I mean? We should have fights like that all the time. Keith Thurman should have fought Sean Porter fucking 2 years ago. What the fuck have those two dudes been doing? What the fuck have Keith Thurman and Sean Porter been doing for like the last 5 years? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. What the fuck? You know what I mean? What has Golovkin been doing? Nothing. Don't give me that belts crap, dude. We've been bitching about alphabet belts for 20 years? Now all of a sudden they fucking mean something? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Come on, man. So yeah, man, I would much, much rather see my guy, whoever I'm a fan of, fight and lose than not fight at all. Period. And that's what's wrong with you people. You would it's like he's your dad or your uncle. Like you don't want to see him get beat up or something. It's crazy. And a lot of times in boxing, a good loss is way better than an average win. A lot of times in boxing. There's 20 off the top of my head I can think of, Losses have made guys superstars. Losses are on guys' legacies. Good losses. And, yeah, man, so, like Kathy Duva said to me, man, we were just sitting there talking, she was like, man, people need to start, if you see a guy in the street, put pressure on him. Even if you're a fan of his, be like, hey, dude, fight that guy. Golovkin, fight Ward. Go up to 168, fight DeGale, or Ward, go down and fight Golovkin at 164 if he ain't going to do it. Again, I would have rather seen Andre Ward go down to 164 and fight Golovkin than not fight at all. Do I think that Golovkin should have had to come up to 168? Would I have argued that? Absolutely, and I would have been right. But if push came to shove and that was it and there was no other way, then yeah. And Andre Ward is definitely doing the right thing. That anybody I don't care what the fuck you guys make up, all your fucking lies and bullshit. Dude, he's going up and he's fighting Kovalev. Nobody's doing anything near that, especially Kovalev. That guy's a monster, dude. He's a bigger monster than Golovkin, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's on you guys, man. It's this whole social media. No boxing reporters no more. You know, you guys run your channels. You blow these dudes, and as long as you keep blowing them, this is just going to go on forever. It's the same way with Mayweather, you know. And yeah, it's fucking lame, dude. You're all a bunch of lames.